James, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you, Matthew. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Great to see you again. What happened since we spoke last year?
In the summertime, I went for a meeting with my record label, and they were like, the BBC really wanted to do Eurovision again. And I was like, yes, because I don't know. I think what I learned was, that people realised that we were making an effort, so that kind of helped me.
Definitely,
to know that I was doing the right thing. So, the feedback was, I think a lot of people really loved the song, and I kept getting placed like top 10 and stuff like that in like all these kind of would-be voting things. So I think the feedback was like, the more effort that you put in, the more seriously you take it, the better response you get. So I think I just kind of went with that even more and just thought, right, people are responding. People do like me. People are willing to like listen to me and give me a chance. So yeah, since then, it's been a lot of staying at home, and I've been songwriting a lot. Obviously, when we did My Last Breath, we went to Scotland and we could travel, and this was before the pandemic. So it's totally different kind of scenario this time. Luckily, before the last lockdown, so the end of last year, we managed to safely do a writing camp in North London. It was a really good, productive way of getting loads of songs and loads of ideas, and I wanted an upbeat, kind of positive, dance-based song. There's a lot of songs, the same vibe as Embers from that week, but Embers was just the one that kind of stood out the most and like gave me like the feeling that I wanted to sing it on stage in front of 180 million people.
When you were writing the song, what sort of inspired you to come up with Embers?
Connor Blake, one of the writers, he had a big list of concepts that he kind of put together for that specific kind of session, and I was like, oh, Embers, that looks sick. And he was like, yeah, we should write a song for Eurovision called Embers, because it's about like the glow in the fire that hasn't burnt out, that can be reignited, and I wanted to kind of and we were like, let's try and get the idea across that people coming back together after we've been through such a rubbish time will be kind of like that spark reigniting, and it's still there. Just because we've been apart from each other doesn't mean it's kind of died out, that kind of passion and that flair. So the people I wrote the song with, Connor Blake, Danny Shah, Tom Hollins and Sam Brennan, these are people that are having hits on the radio right now with the contemporary artists. So it's great to have those people involved, and I think it really kind of shows with the song that it feels like now, and it feels British. So I'm really happy with it,
yeah. Oh, definitely. It's a very current song. I know sometimes with the UK we've had songs which have sounded, like they were sort of made quite a while ago, but yeah, it's great to have something that's very current and up tempo, and I've heard it a lot as well on the radio as well, which is really good.
Yeah, I can't. It was on The Only Way Is Essex as well.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
I was like, yes, come on, I've made it.
Yeah, and I can't remember the last time where I've actually heard a UK song from Eurovision actually, like on the radio and on TV shows as well. It's
it's very humbling. It's really nice, and it makes you feel good. Like it got A-listed on Radio 2. It made Track of the Week, and Radio 2 are really supporting me, which is amazing. And every time I put Radio 2 on, it's like, and that was James Newman with Embers. I'm like, yeah.
In the video, we see like the car. We see like the trumpets as well. Could we expect to see that in the staging at all?
It's going to be, obviously the song's an upbeat song, so it's going to be fun. Yeah. Oh, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I didn't think you could tell us, but I thought I'd try it anyway.
Oh, well.
As we know, hopefully everyone will be going over to Rotterdam, but if they don't, they're going to have to do a backup tape which will be played instead. Have you done your backup tape?
Yeah, I filmed it about 3 weeks ago now in Elstree Studios, BBC Studios.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was the night before Comic Relief, so we filmed it on the Comic Relief stage because it was all set up, ready to go. And it went really well. I was really happy with it, but it was kind of the first time that I'd performed it in that setting. But it was really good for me and the team to kind of watch it and be like, right, this works, this doesn't work, I need to do more of this, I need to, like work on this. So it's actually like a really good kind of tool that I've been using to work on my actual performance, which is a bit of a blessing, really.
Will we get to hear the other songs? Are you planning on releasing them at all?
Well, I think one of them is going to be my next single because I really love it, but it just didn't feel right for it to be my Eurovision song. But I love it so much that I want to put it out as my next single.
Have you had a chance to listen to any of the other songs from the other countries this year?
Some of my favourites, Victoria from Bulgaria, Growing Up is Getting Old. I think it's such a cool song. Yeah. I really like Leslie Roy from Island Maps. I really like voices. Tusa, I think it's how you say it, hopefully. I really like that song. Yeah, there's so many. I always I go like, oh, songs, but every time I go through the playlist, again, it's like, oh, that's a wicked song. And I'm looking forward to seeing if Flowrider's going to appear on the stage for San Marino. So,
yeah, I've heard that'd be mad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember last year, I've got this Eurovision mug. As you can see, we've got such a big budget for this interview. So it's back again. And inside, we've got some new questions. If you want to choose one, we've got pink, yellow, or green, if you want to choose one.
Pink, because it's one of my favourite colours.
Oh, yeah. What's your favourite film?
Good question. Goodfellas.
What's the best piece of advice that you've been given?
Never give up on plan A. And that was what my mum always used to say to me. When I said that I wanted to be a singer, she would always say, there's no plan B, it's all plan A.
Other than songwriting, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Cooking at home.
Yeah.
Cooking on the barbecue outside. I like, what else do I like? I like cold water swimming. I like going camping. I like hiking. And I've recently got into cycling, which is hard work but fun.
And then you're saying about the swimming, so is it like completely cold water that you go into?
So I went in this morning and it was 8 degrees. Really helps with like anxiety and kind of mental health for me. I love it. So as much as possible, I try and get in cold water.
Have you got any advice for anyone that may be suffering from anxiety at the moment?
I think what I mean for me, the cold water therapy is something that really helps me, and I find that doing breathing techniques. I follow a man called Wim Hof who was in my music video last year for Last Breath. He's got amazing breathing techniques that help with stress and anxiety, that help kind of clear your mind, and if you get in a cold shower, have your normal warm shower, and then at the end just do 10 seconds of a cold shower and try and breathe through it, and you'll notice how much your body reacts to that, because you're teaching your body that it's okay to be in a stressful situation and you can control it. And then after that, I found from doing stuff like that my anxiety levels kind of went down and I had less panic attacks and stuff like that.
I think to have someone like yourself that's representing the UK, for you to be talking about mental health, it's so great. And I think a lot of people are going to be watching thinking, oh, he's just like me, I'm not. And
just being open about it and kind of chatting to people really kind of helps you kind of work it out.
Well, James, it's been great talking to you today. So pleased that you're representing the UK again.
Lovely to see you again, Matthew. Thanks so much.
And you. Cheers, James.
Take care.
Cheers,
Bye.
take care. Bye-bye.